Hi, my name is Peyton Goins. I'm an instructional specialist here at Morrison Elementary. I'm going to talk to you about our leading indicator 1.4, which is collaborative teams regularly interact to address common issues regarding curriculum, assessment, instruction, and achievement of all students. So our administration rated this as a 4.67, while our staff members rated 4.65, our parents 4.35, and our students 4.22. An area of growth for our school would be for our teams to have their short-term goals more clear on a regular basis. Our school has implemented and maintained this PLC process for several years now. What this looks like is every grade level team meet once a week. It's called team time. Instructional specialists, administration attend these meetings. We talk about students, their formative data, what can we do with our instruction to ensure that all students are learning. And it's a really cool process for these teachers and for administration to work together to ensure that all of our students are learning. So on the student survey results, the students were asked to rate, if teachers meet together on a regular basis. The mean was 4.22. I believe that a lot of the students see teachers meeting together only because when the teachers are having their team time, they leave their classroom doors open. They see the teachers sitting at their small group table. They'll see Miss Watson or Miss Carius, me, Miss Birch, our other instructional specialist, sitting at the table with the teachers. It's pretty evident that the teachers are meeting together, and I think students see that, especially older students, the ones that can really understand what's going on. On our staff survey, just like I mentioned before, the lowest scoring one was about our school's data teams having written goals. So that's definitely an area of growth for this indicator. Just for the teams to have a better goal writing system, posting them, referring back to the goals more regularly. So according to our parent survey, the lowest that they indicated was that, at my child's school, teachers who teach the same subject use the same exams, quizzes, and tests. And that was at a 4.22. Our administration rated pretty high on this, whereas the lowest rating would be, admin collecting and reviewing minutes, notes from PLC collaborative team and data team meetings to ensure that teams are focusing on student achievement. So that's definitely an area of growth for that indicator. So here are some artifacts that we have to prove that we are working as collaborative teams throughout the building. We have PLC agendas that our teams fill out every week. Those go on a running document. I will show you what that looks like. So this is an example. This is our third grade agenda. It's one full document. It's dated at the top. It lists the members who are present at that meeting, their norms, their roles, possible purposes for the meeting, what can they do, what's the goal for the meeting, what are the next steps, and then as you scroll down, that's the date from the previous meeting. And then you scroll down, there's the meeting before that. And so this is a great system for anybody to go in, and they'll be able to see what our third grade team has been talking about every single week since the beginning of the school year. And So another way that we collaborate as teams is through coaching cycles. A coaching cycle is led by instructional specialists. So me, Miss Birch. What we do is we held a coaching cycle with a teacher who is wanting to have a little bit more support with either co-planning, co-teaching. Us providing resources, looking at data with any standard that their students or even the teachers are struggling with. So I'm going to show you what a results-based coaching cycle is. This is just a coaching tool. As you can see, Miss Birch was working with Miss Cunningham, one of our third grade teachers. They set a goal for the student learning. They put down what standard they're going to be working on. They start off with some baseline data. What's the teacher going to do? What's the coach going to do? Lots of co-teaching, co-planning the lesson. And it's a really cool process because it's all based on students. That is the drive for the work that we do with our teachers. It's, what is a student doing and why are they not learning the target? What can we do to ensure that student is going to hit the target? We give suggestions on instructional practices. We give just a little bit more insight and just more collaborative with that teacher on those struggling learners. So that's a coaching cycle, and those are available to any teacher at any point in the year. Usually a coaching cycle is about 3 weeks. So we have a guiding coalition team, and our guiding coalition meets every 2 weeks. It's one person from each grade level. As far as we have other staff members that are on the guiding coalition. We discuss our collective commitments, interventions, SMART goals, anything that's going on in the building that needs a group of people to kind of talk through and work on that. So here's an example of our agenda. So it looks pretty similar to our team time agendas. Again, talks about like who's present. Let me move this over. Who's present, team commitments. We've got some roles, purpose, and then we usually have somebody to type up what we've talked about. And then at the end of the meeting, the person responsible for that grade level will go give that information to their co-teacher. We have data walls. Here's an example. This is a kindergarten data wall. So we do digital data walls to keep up with student progress. And then we also have data walls like some teachers will have on their actual wall in their classroom. So here's an example. Let me see if I can zoom in. So this is also kindergarten. Their iStation goals. We can say letter sounds. We can read high frequency words, and they get to shade in how many students are meeting the mark. So let me go. There we go. We have common formative assessments, and we meet with our benchmark consultant. Benchmark is our curriculum, and we have a consultant that comes and helps us learn more about the curriculum. This year it's been 3 through 5. So hopefully next year, maybe our K through 2 teachers will get the same training. One more thing that I want to mention is our school-wide data wall that we have. This is where our data team will use the data wall based on iStation to understand where students are performing and to make goals for their student growth. This is set in a place where students and parents would not be able to see. It's just for staff in administration eyes, but it is a good indicator to see what we can do to help the students move up a level. And that pretty much wraps up our collaborative teams 1.4 indicator. We don't need an action plan for this one, but we will continue to work on those clear written goals for our teams.